We are all partners in education, and we know that education is a very special industry. Therefore, we have to constantly predict how the future will look like for our children and to prepare them to succeed when they grow up. My personal belief is that we are living in a very fast-changing, ever-evolving environment. Therefore, we need to focus more on the fundamentals for our children. Just like what our national curriculum have highlighted, we need to teach our children problem-solving skills through the learning of math and science. And we also need to equip them with very strong language skills so that they can communicate, learn the new technology when they grow up. There's an array of problems we're trying to solve when we're trying to develop the KooBits language product. For example, for a lot of kids who learn language as a second language, they don't have an environment, a speaking environment at home. They lack of this daily exposure to the language. And a lot of children, because of that, they are not proficient. They lack of motivation. They see the language, for example, like Chinese, as something that's very, very scary to them.
So let's just take a look at the context of what our children are actually learning for KooBits Chinese. If you look at this chart that's summarized for us, it actually would require them at the end of 6 years to acquire 1,900 over words. And then if you see the picture at the side, it's actually a snapshot from the summary from the textbook. And these are all the words they have to learn throughout. So when you look at this, I think it's fair to say that it's daunting, not just for adults, but more so for the children who have to learn this. So there are 3 different approaches that we take when it comes to the vocabulary card. First of all, the most direct, illustration. This gives our young learners a visual association, which directly helps them remember the word they have to learn. For the second approach, we'll be using humor. And why is that so? Because research has shown us that when we evoke emotion, we actually remember a lot better. And thirdly, this one is important, demonstrating. So by seeing it directly, demonstrating, the learner is able to remember. So all this gives them a cognitive association to remember not just the meaning, but also the form of the word. So let's just look at this card. Fairly simple and straightforward. What do we have here? Fire, 火. So just by seeing this card, you now understand the word fire. Now you already have the impression and the knowledge of this word. When I show you the second card, now you have a fire inside a glass bottle with a lid on top of it. What happens to the fire now? It is extinguished, that's right. So now, because you already know fire, when you see this card, you are able to draw the conclusion that, with a lid on top, it means to extinguish. 灭，火的上面加一个盖子，就把它灭掉了。
2025 had been a milestone year for us to strengthen our fundamentals, what we call our bread and butter.
We spent the year checking every question, every topic to ensure what your student practices align tightly with the latest curriculum update.
Right, in Singapore, we've updated our curriculum to follow the latest syllabus. For example, we all know that the racial topic have been moving from P5 to P6, and we are getting ready for next year P6 alignment.
And in Hong Kong, we raised our content quality, sharper question design, better scaffolding, and improved question progression for deeper reasoning.
If you teach science, you will know that how tough open-ended questions can be for students. They understand the concept, but when it comes to writing, they freeze.
That's exactly what we set out to solve this year, making open-ended practices less intimidating and more approachable.
Longer questions are broken into bite-sized parts so that students can attempt them step by step instead of skipping them entirely.
And each part has small fill-in-the-blank responses that reduce cognitive load and yet still require rigorous thinking, so students gain confidence as they go.
KooBits English was built on a core vocabulary syllabus which organizes vocabulary into themes, all anchored in Singapore's Ministry of Education curriculum. These themes are relevant and age-appropriate for primary school-aged children. These blocks are essential for language skills like listening, writing, reading, and speaking. And I would like to quote again renowned linguist David Wilkins, who said that without grammar, very little can be conveyed, but without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed. And so you see, these blocks that we have, this vocabulary, makes the difference from being able to weave very simple sentences and paragraphs to be able to write beautiful stories or compositions. So the more words we have in our arsenal, the more tools we have for expression.
It is essential in helping us to beat the forgetting curve. Even as right now, day and age, even for adults, there are many things we will forget. What more for children when it is something that is not the most natural to them as a second language learner. So when we have this system where we have a spaced repetition, we serve up the words at different intervals so that they are able to remember them, we serve it right before they forget. So this process helps them to actually also commit these words to their long-term memory.
These are dynamic visual tools in the teacher's portal that helps you demonstrate complex math concepts instantly and visually. And if your classroom has an interactive board, it's even more exciting to use them live with your students.
No more drawing diagrams or switching between apps. You have ready-to-use visual resources within Qubits to bring concepts to life.
It's a way of giving teachers more time to teach and less time preparing material.
Qubits A to Z. A to Z represents a spectrum of graded reading, from the easiest to the most complex. So if a student starts from level A, they will see books that probably contain 2 or 3 words per page. As a child moves up from levels B to C and all the way to Z, books will progressively feature more complex sentences, richer vocabulary, and deeper themes. This is our mission. Whether it's new tools, new content, or new features, we want to design them to find the perfect spot for every child, to not just make our content rigorous, but accessible to all learners.
We are excited to share that we have 2 upcoming challenges. Number 1 is the Great Math Comic Showdown. Number 2, the Real World Math Challenge 2026. So here is the sneak peek. In the Math Comic Showdown, we'll be inviting the students to create their very own math questions in a fun and imaginative way. Because at Qubits, we believe math can be fun, adventurous, and full of imagination. So don't just learn math, make it come alive.